Hello gamers, welcome to Emma's Cranny. It's not what you think. Today I'm going to be taking you back in time to like 2020, 2021 when everyone and their mothers were doing Animal Crossing New Horizons island tours. I did not do one, unfortunately. I wish I had, but I hadn't. So that's why I'm doing it now, baby. For years, I have always wanted to do like an autumnal, fall-inspired island, and this is the year I said, I'm gonna do it, and this is gonna be it. My final island, I'm finally gonna do it, and I wanna document it in any way that I can, so this is why you have to watch this. This is not going to be the most incredible island that you've ever seen. You know, there's no amazing castles, there's no incredible depth perception, because I'm just not that talented. But it was quite inspired by Horrible Gaming's Oakville Island. You've probably seen it. It went viral, I think. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you maybe find some inspiration for your own island. It started off a little bit city core like, and then progressed into farm core, HOA core, Pretty Little Liars core, I guess. I don't know, you'll see. Come on, let's go take a look. Welcome to Baguette, my cozy fall autumn inspired island. Okay, let's talk about the name, Baguette. It comes from my baguette jelly cat that sits on my desk. I didn't know what else to call it, but I wanted something that felt like warm and inviting, and I figured what else than bread, you know? So I guess let's just get started. My island originated in June 14th, I believe, and today is October 4th. I have not time traveled until today, when I wanted to set it so that my tour could be, you know, during the fall season with the falling leaves and the red trees. So I've not time traveled. So I've had a lot of time on this island, but also not, because I didn't want to rush. I played like, you know, after work and on weekends. I really wanted to take my time with it. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it definitely could have been better in certain areas, but honestly, after playing for like 4 months, I'm so burnt out. I don't have it in me anymore. So this is what you get. So let's start the tour. This is my little entranceway. Back in June, I was watching Desperate Housewives for the first time ever. I know. Never before seen in my life. And that kind of made its way into this game, I guess, with the whole like a HOA feel, a small town suburbia. I guess you could say like Desperate Housewives, Pretty Little Liars, Gilmore Girls, that kind of feel. Anyway, so let's get started. This is the entranceway. It's pretty straightforward. I've got an ATM machine here, you know, in case anyone walked in and was like, oh, I need some cash. They can go there. We've got a bike, a bench, phone box, a little crossing here. If you head up here, this is where you'll find my house. Originally, this was going to be where the Able Sisters was, and then I couldn't find a space for my house, so this is where it ended up. I've got, you know, a little patio, a little place for my storage and DIYs. Again, it's very like suburban, but I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So if we head up here, we get the town hall. Do you know how much it annoys me that this isn't centralized? Like, it's so frustrating. Anyway, I wanted this to be quite like an open area, because in my head I was thinking, you know, Gilmore Girls, they all go to the town hall and they would do stuff together, and so I wanted it to feel like a big open plaza. Obviously these guys are making the most of it. We head over this way. This is where you'll start to see our villager homes. So we have Maple's home here. I haven't really done too much decorating. The gardens, I wanted each one to have a garden, but they're not really tailored to the villagers in particular, because again, I wanted it to feel like suburbia. So like, what would Maple, if Maple was a soccer mom, what would she have in her garden? And to me, that is like kids' sports equipment. I've kind of decorated the houses inside, but only to add little autumnal touches or to change the exteriors if they didn't really suit. So this is Lucky's house. His house just really didn't fit the vibe, so he had a remodel. Again, he's got a little garden behind him. I haven't decorated my beaches, but I wanted it to remain open if for whatever reason I wanted to come back, so you can still access the beach. Over here we have a little kids play area. I have two play areas, I guess. This one you could say is more for like younger children, you know, with the little slide and the little tent place for, you know, parents to sit down. Over here is Lucky's garden, which this is a bit more of like a mature garden, you know, with the tea set and the plants. And that's kind of it. Up here is where the other play area is. So this I wanted to be kind of like the main hub for all the suburban kids, I guess. Over here we have a little seating area with some treats on, you know, think soccer mums after, guess what? Their soccer game that they play over here. So we have a little football pitch. I am British, so I don't know why I keep saying soccer mum. I think it's because it's not really a thing over here, but it is in America. So we have the football pitch and a little play area for like maybe the younger kids to use. Little treat cart over here. And again, some stalls with some goodies on. I wanted this to just feel like your typical, you know, Sunday afternoon. This is where the town goes. You know what? This was one of the first areas that I did, and I'm really, really happy with it. But if we head over this way, this is where we get into our neighborhood. So here we have Ellie's house. Ellie was actually the last person to move onto this island, which is why she's kind of here. She's got her little car. She's got a yoga mat out there, little like planting station, a little storage shed back here. Like, if I'm honest, Ellie's got the best plot. She's got so much land. And I guess in a way it's kind of like she owns all this too, but here is our little farm area, I guess. So the way I wanted it to be was you've got your houses up here, the home, you can't really see them. See, this is what I mean, I can't do depth perception. But you've got the HOA area up there, and then down here is like the neighborhood farm where everyone, because they're all retired and have a load of money, this is where everyone kind of helps out with the community farm that they sell at like the Sunday farmers market. We've got a little wheat patch over here, a little honey station. I'm really happy with how this area turned out as well. I think it looks really cute. Again, access to the beach just in case. And then we have a little apple picking area. I just think it's so cute. I think apple, like scented stuff and apple flavored stuff is such a staple of autumn that I couldn't not. So yeah, if we make our way up here, this is where suburbia begins. We will head up and we will see a little square, I guess, a little roundabout, and then everyone's got sort of land, I guess. Over here we've got a little flower bed. This, I believe, is Cranston's house. I haven't changed this because I think it fit really well. Cranston's got his own little tool station and he's got some solar panels because he's really big on the environment, because yeah. Over here we have, I think this is Shino's house. She just has a little basketball court back here, again for the kids. Everything's for the kids. Over here we have Beau's house, which again, I didn't feel the need to change this because I think it fit really well. I was a bit tight on space over here, so we've not really done much. We've got a little communal garden area, and then here it's that stupid hamster. I really want him to move and he just won't go, so I've not touched his house because I really hoped that he would move out before. Anyway, we can head back down here, and this brings us to one of my favorite spots of my island. This little like roundabout, it's so cute and so warm. You can also access the park area from here. I wanted this to be like a little easy cut through, but if we head over here, I will show you all everything after. But here is where our museum is. So we have obviously the museum. Let's start from here. So here we have a little car park with some fueling stations. I really like this idea. I think this is one that I took from Horrible Gaming's. I think it looks really cool. Then we have our museum, and then we have a little plaza area for the museum, because I figured how cute would it be, you know, in my head I was thinking like Natural History Museum, where they do have a little cafe area and seating. I don't know if it's outside, but they definitely have seating. So that was kind of the inspiration for that. Up here we have a little outdoor cinema space. I wanted this to feel like a little camping area, and ultimately I just needed something to put there. Next up we have the Able Sisters. The Able Sisters is a little bit closed off. They've got obviously all of their boxes from shipments out here, but then they also have back here a little break time area, which I thought was really cute for the sisters to have. And then you can also cut through here if you want to get to Red's ship. Down here is just like a little bench area. Do you remember when everyone was making like long walkways in 2020? It was very normcore with the benches and with the street lamps. I wanted that, but I wanted it to feel more city-like, almost like Central Park feel, as someone who's never been. So you'll have to tell me if this resembles that. But that was the inspiration for that. And then we get into like our shopping district. So we've got a little seating area here where you could grab a cup of coffee and take a seat if you were mid-shopping. We have a little outdoor market for nooks. Honestly, I only wanted to make this because I really like the trolleys and the baskets and the little shelves, and I just wanted to utilize them. So that belongs to Nooks, and then this is our Nooks cranny. So over here we have like the delivery drop-offs. This is where all the stock is, where the stock comes in. A little ABD machine in case you need it for your shopping. This again was one of the first things that I did on this island, and I'm really pleased with it. I haven't felt the need to change it. We have a little secret well over here, which is pretty cute. I wanted it to feel a bit more whimsical, which I think it does, so I'm very happy with that. And then this is where you'll see the Gilmore Girls come in. I've got the little pergola in the square, and I'm so, it looks so cute, it looks so good with the pumpkins, and like you can imagine Lorelai and Luke coming over here for a little coffee. Oh, adorable. Up here is the camping area, or the campsite I guess, but it's a bit jam-packed, but that's how I wanted it to feel. I wanted it to feel overgrown, almost like a bit run down, I guess, like a campsite. People still want to go to it, but people just don't, you know? So that was kind of the vibe I had with that. And then we've got the fairground that is attached to the campsite. I really wanted it to feel, which is why I kind of went for these colours, I wanted it to feel a little run down, which is why we've got the weeds and leaves on the floor, almost in a way that no one really comes here anymore, to give that sort of ominous vibe. Making our way back over here, we have this little secret music area with a piano, and then we come down here. We've got a little bus stop waiting area, and then if we make our way over here, we've got this really cute little pumpkin patch. I could not do a fall island without doing a little pumpkin patch, right? How cute is that? Honestly, I just really wanted to like use pumpkins. But yeah, I'm very happy with how that turned out. I don't really think I need to say any more, but there is a little secret entranceway. If you come over here, you have to sit on this side of the bench, and you come out of here. You can enter here into this little cute area. This to me is like kids have gone out and set up camp in the woods and they're like up to shit, and I really wanted to use the cauldron mostly. And I think I like the idea of having little areas that weren't accessible easily. You kind of had to go and find them. Over here we have our last two villager houses. One of them is Phoebe's house and one of them is Frank's house. Oh, Frank's house is just boxes inside because I don't want him here anymore. But again, they've got their own little patio area and a little back garden with some stuff in. I guess Frank's is kind of close to what he likes with the gym equipment. And then Phoebe's house, we've got this little middle ground to sort of give them some separation so that they're not like on each other's ass. And then Phoebe's house is here. She's got a little bike outside, a little pond. And then we end up back at the start. So I guess we will go inside my house and have a look. It is totally nothing special. You can totally click off this video if you really want to now. This is the living room. I wanted it to feel really like retro and like messy, which I think it does. Over here we have the kitchen, which again, nothing special. To be honest, I really struggled with the kitchen. I think interior decorating is not my vibe. So I kind of just picked up anything that was kitchen related and put it in. On to the next room, which to be fair, I quite like this room. So this one I wanted to be a utility. So kind of kitchen-esque, but where the crap happens. So the washing and the baking, although I love baking. And like where the big freezer is, it's not in the main kitchen, it's in the back. So that was kind of the vibe with this one. And then if we head back through here, over here is the bathroom. No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit empty because I didn't really know what to put in. Just a cute little bathroom that you could like, you know, have a bath and then do some cartwheels in or something. If we head upstairs, this is where you'll see my bedroom, which is very cutesy cozy. To be honest, I'm really happy with how this turned out. So over here we have like the wardrobe, the little dressing area, a little desk for, you know, studying, a little bulletin board, and then the bed, and then this is like the cozy side. So we've got a little yoga mat, got the plushies and the books. Obviously I had to incorporate the froggy chair. I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. I think it looks real cute. And then we'll go to the last one, which is my secret little girl cave. This is my gaming area. So we've got the 4 monitor bad boy gaming setup. We've got the arcade machine, a little desk over here. I wish I had more stuff to fill this thing with, but I just ran out and I didn't want to keep doing treasure islands. But yeah, that's the house tour. So as you can see, the island, it's not absolutely full to the brim. It could be a million times better, don't get me wrong, but I'm so happy with how it turned out, and for this being like my first big island, yeah, I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy with how this turned out, and thank you for watching if you made it this far. My dream address I will post in the description, so feel free to come and check it out if you want any inspiration, and have a lovely rest of your day. Bye!